Well, good afternoon and konnichiwa. Deputy Prime Minister Aso, today it is my privilege on behalf of President Donald Trump to welcome you back to Washington, D.C. and thank you for being here, especially in the midst of an election in Japan. We are grateful for the time and energy that you've placed in this dialogue, even in this important time in the life of your nation. Your presence here speaks volumes about the importance of these discussions and the priority that Prime Minister Abe and President Trump place in our conversations. I'm grateful to be joined today by many high-ranking members of President Trump's administration, including our Treasury Secretary, Steven Mnuchin, our Commerce Secretary, Wilbur Ross, our U.S. Trade Representative, Bill Lighthizer, the U.S. Ambassador to Japan, Bill Hagerty. Their presence here today, I hope, is evidence of the high importance that our administration places on this historic dialogue. President Trump personally sent me to Japan in April to meet with you to launch the U.S.-Japan Economic Dialogue, and it continues today. We believe this dialogue has the potential to significantly deepen our bilateral economic ties and produce jobs, prosperity, and growth on both sides of the Pacific. Let me take this opportunity to thank you again for the kind hospitality that you and Prime Minister Abe extended to me and my family on our visit to Japan. As we discussed then, the U.S.-Japan Economic Dialogue will focus on three pillars. The first pillar is a common strategy on trade and investment rules and issues to ensure a free and fair trade relationship between our two nations. It's so important to President Trump, and I know important to Prime Minister Abe. The second pillar involves economic and structural policies, with a focus on economic policies that lead to strong and balanced growth. Our teams have also been working on a final pillar of sectoral cooperation to identify specific industries where we can promote mutual economic benefits and job creation in both of our countries. Our teams have been working since April, and today I'm pleased to have this opportunity to discuss the progress that we have made in the intervening months. When President Trump agreed to this dialogue, he envisioned it as a mechanism for strengthening our bilateral relationship and achieving real results in the near term for the benefit of both our countries. And today I'm confident that we'll make progress toward that goal. While the topic of today's meeting is economic dialogue, allow me to say that under President Trump, the United States of America is firmly committed to our historic alliance with Japan. The U.S.-Japan alliance is the cornerstone of peace and stability in the Pacific region. In the face of unprecedented provocations from the regime in North Korea, you can be assured that we will continue to work closely with you, with Prime Minister Abe, and all our allies and partners in the region to further isolate the Kim regime. To be clear, the United States of America will continue to bring the full range of American power to bear on the regime in Pyongyang, as we hope to achieve through diplomatic and economic means a peaceable solution and the achievement of the long-sought goal of a nuclear-free Korean peninsula. Security, after all, is the foundation of our prosperity. And working together, I'm confident that we'll achieve a brighter future for the United States and Japan. President Trump will deliver the same message to Prime Minister Abe when he visits Japan next month. As the President has said, the bond between our two nations, the friendship between our two peoples runs deep. We're committed to making our friendship even stronger. So to Deputy Prime Minister Aso and your distinguished delegation, thank you for being here. We all look very much forward to a productive continuation of this economic dialogue between the United States and Japan.
First of all, thank you very much for this arrangement. I think avoiding misunderstanding, let me use my beautiful Japanese. So you better put your lingaphone on. 歓迎の言葉に感謝。
Thank you so much for the words of welcome.
私どもも大統領閣下をはじめ、副大統領との再会が大変嬉しく。
We are very pleased to meet with you, Mr. Vice President. And first of all, allow me to express our heartfelt sympathy and condolences to the victims of Las Vegas mass shooting, which occurred on the evening of October the 1st, U.S. time. A large number of innocent citizens' lives were taken away. We are in great shock and in indignation. Allow us to express our sincerest condolences to victims and their families. As you had mentioned, North Korea is a grave and imminent threat more than ever. The importance of Japan-US alliance as a cornerstone of peace and prosperity in Asia and Pacific is keeping on growing. Needless to say, this Japan-US alliance is supported not only by political and military, but also by our close economic relationship. In view of President Trump's visit to Japan during the early part of November, together with you, Mr. Vice President, we would like to further promote Japan-US economic dialogue and bring our bilateral economic relations to new heights and lead strongly the economic growth in the Asian-Pacific region as well as in the world. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mr. Deputy Prime Minister, and thank you all.